My heart was pounding before I even opened my eyes at 3:17 a.m. Again, the same jolt, the same surge of adrenaline coursing through my chest like someone had injected me with pure panic. I hadn't even remembered falling asleep, but there I was, wide awake, heart racing, mind already spinning through tomorrow's meetings, my mother's doctor appointment, the bills I forgot to pay. My husband stirred next to me, sound asleep. How does he do it? I used to sleep like that. Deep, calm, trustworthy. Now my body treats 3 a.m. like a fire alarm. Every single night. I'm 51. I run a department at a healthcare company. I raised 2 kids, mostly on my own after the divorce. I'm not someone who falls apart. But this nightly ambush was breaking me. The worst part? Everyone kept telling me it was just stress. My doctor offered Ambien. I said no. My sister suggested meditation apps. I tried 6 of them. My coworkers swore by magnesium. Took it for 3 months. Still woke up at 3 a.m. Melatonin helped me fall asleep, sure, but it didn't stop the jolt. Nothing stopped the jolt. I started dreading bedtime like it was an exam I hadn't studied for. Lying there in the dark, wondering, will tonight be different? It never was. Then one night, scrolling through a forum at 2:47 a.m., because of course I was, I read something that made me sit up in bed. A comment from a woman who described my exact symptoms. The 3 a.m. wake up, the pounding heart, the wired but exhausted feeling. But then she said something I'd never heard before. It's not cortisol. It's not your hormones. It's not even stress. You're electrically disconnected. Electrically disconnected? I kept reading. She explained that humans evolved sleeping on the ground, literally grounded to the earth. Our bodies use that electrical connection to regulate our nervous systems. But modern life has completely insulated us. Synthetic mattresses, rubber-soled shoes, elevated beds, concrete and carpet everywhere. We're living in an electrical vacuum, and our nervous systems know it. She said, your body is trying to calm down at night, but it has no baseline to return to. So every natural spike, cortisol rising at 3 a.m., temperature shifting, thoughts drifting, feels like a crisis instead of background noise. That hit me like a truck. All this time, I thought my body was broken. But it wasn't broken. It was just disconnected. That's why magnesium didn't work. It can't give your body an electrical foundation. That's why meditation didn't work. You can't think your way out of a bioelectrical problem. That's why melatonin only worked halfway. It helps you fall asleep, sure, but it can't stabilize your nervous system when cortisol naturally rises at 3 a.m. I was treating symptoms, but the root cause was something no one had ever mentioned. The woman who posted that comment said she'd been sleeping on a grounding sheet for 6 months. It's conductive silver threading woven into organic cotton. You plug it into the ground port of your outlet and it reconnects you to the earth, just like sleeping outside but in your own bed. I'll be honest, my first thought was, this sounds insane. But then I kept reading testimonials. Dozens of women, my age, my exact story. I haven't woken up at 3 a.m. in 8 weeks. My heart doesn't race anymore. I can actually feel my body settling at night. It's not a miracle, it's just steady. Like my nervous system finally has an anchor. One woman wrote, I spent $600 on supplements, apps, and devices. The grounding sheet cost less than 2 therapy sessions, and it's the only thing that worked. That Sunday, I ordered one. I didn't tell anyone. I felt a little ridiculous. When it arrived 3 days later, I unfolded it over my mattress, plugged the cord into the ground port of my outlet, and thought, well, here goes nothing. That first night, I didn't notice anything dramatic, but I did notice something subtle, a kind of quiet. Not in the room, in my body. Like the background hum I'd been living with for years had finally turned off. I still woke up once around 4 a.m., but my heart wasn't pounding, I rolled over, took a breath, fell back asleep. When my alarm went off at 6:30, I didn't feel hungover. I felt rested. By the end of the first week, the 3 a.m. wake-ups were shorter, 10 minutes instead of 2 hours. By week 2, I slept through the night twice. Twice! I actually cried the second time it happened. By week 3, I stopped checking the clock. I stopped bracing for the jolt. My body finally trusted the night again. My husband noticed first. "You're not tossing and turning anymore," he said one morning. "You're sleeping like you used to." Then my coworker mentioned it. "You seem calmer, less on edge." I hadn't told anyone what I was doing, but they could see it. Here's what I didn't expect. My daytime anxiety dropped too. That constant low-grade buzzing, the feeling of always being slightly wound up, just faded. I wasn't snapping at my son over little things. I didn't feel like I was white-knuckling my way through the afternoon. My chest didn't feel tight when I opened my laptop in the morning. At my 6-week follow-up with my doctor, she asked what had changed. She said, "You seem different. Did you start the Ambien?" "No," I said. "I started sleeping grounded." She paused, then nodded. "There's actually research on that. Grounding reduces cortisol and shifts the nervous system into parasympathetic mode. It's not common, but the data is solid." That's when I realized this isn't some wellness fad. This is a missing piece of how we're supposed to live. For thousands of years, humans slept on the earth. Our bodies evolved expecting that connection. Then, in the span of 100 years, we insulated ourselves completely. And now we're shocked that our nervous systems are dysregulated. We're treating the symptoms, pills, apps, routines, but ignoring the foundation. I've told every woman I know who's struggling with sleep. My neighbor started using one. Her night sweats stopped within 2 weeks. My sister tried it for her 3 a.m. anxiety. She said it felt like someone turned down the volume on her brain. A woman in my book club asked me what I was doing differently. She just seemed calmer. I sent her the link that night. If you're reading this at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. because you woke up again and you're searching for answers, I want you to know it's not in your head. Your body isn't broken. You're just disconnected. And reconnecting is simpler than you think. The grounding sheet I use is called Dream Calm. It's conductive silver threading woven into organic cotton. You put it on your bed like a fitted sheet, plug the cord into the ground port of any standard outlet, and that's it. No routines, no pills, no trying. Just your body, reconnected to the electrical baseline it's been missing. You don't have to believe me. You don't even have to understand the science fully. You just have to try it. They offer a 90-day guarantee. Sleep on it for 3 months. If you're still waking up at 3 a.m. with your heart pounding, send it back. But I don't think you will, because once your nervous system has that electrical foundation again, everything else you've been trying, magnesium, meditation, breathing exercises, finally works the way it's supposed to. I'm not promising you'll never wake up again. I'm promising your body will finally have a way to calm down when you do. I'm promising bedtime won't feel like dread anymore. I'm promising you'll stop living in fear of your own nervous system. Right now, Dream Calm is offering 50% off for new customers. I don't know how long that'll last, but I do know this. Every night you wait is another night your body spends in that electrically disconnected state. Another night of 3 a.m. wake-ups. Another morning of exhaustion. Another day of feeling like you're barely holding it together. You deserve calm. Not the kind you have to chase at 3 a.m., the kind that's already there when you wake up. Click the link below to take the free Dream Calm sleep quiz and see how grounding can help you. Your nervous system has been waiting for this.